Demonstrate the autofocus on the Leica Q2. It's a little bit shaky because I'm filming through the viewfinder with my iPhone, but I hope it will demonstrate at least how this is working. So let's try this. Sharp, that chair here, sharp, something in the more near distance, sharp, there is a table here, okay, there is no contrast, you see it here, it's only contrast autofocus and it doesn't detect any contrast on that table, so it's not focusing. Here's contrast again, green color in front of a gray floor. Here's a lot of contrast, so it's working. Working. Maybe let's look at my tripods here to get something in closer distance. Focus. Nice picture, by the way. And here again, no focus because no contrast. That's certainly an issue we have, because many cameras today have phase autofocus and contrast autofocus. But in general it's working quite well, so I'm quite happy with it. But the good thing about Leica Q is you don't have to rely on autofocus. You can use this also like a rangefinder camera, and I'm going to show this now. As I just demonstrated, the Leica Q2 has contrast autofocus only. This means if there's no contrast, you also will not get focus. So for instance, when we pointed with the focus on the green surface of that table, just a moment before, focus could not lock in because there is no contrast. Now the good thing about the Leica Q2 is, and it was the same about the Leica Q of course, it's not only an autofocus camera, it also is a rangefinder camera. And in order to demonstrate this, let's just briefly look at the camera here. So I have basically everything I explained on my Leica M videos and range focusing. We have an aperture ring, we have a focus ring, and we have an f-stop scale, which can be lined up with the distance scale in order to adjust for hyperfocal distance. And the way to do this is you have to get away from autofocus, and this focus ring here is locked on the Leica Q2, but if you push that button you can unlock it, and now you can turn your focus ring in order to line up the distance scale with the f-stops on the scale below. And the way to do this for street photography, for instance, is you go up, for instance, to an f8, so you close the aperture to some extent, and then you line up on your focus ring until infinity is at the f8 mark. So here's f8, here's infinity, it's lining up now, and you can read off your depth of field now by looking at f8 here. It's close before 2 meters and it's going up to infinity, and everything in that range from 2 meters to infinity now will be sharp without autofocus. So just take the shot, take the shot, take the shot, and so on, which is perfect for street photography because you catch that moment in time when you want to capture the scene and there is no need for the camera to focus.